Boneworks is easily my favorite VR game, but unfortunately, the developers have not added too much new content to the game recently. Well, blame COVID or blame whatever you want, but I want new guns. So I resorted to the one thing I figured I could rely on, modding.
That's fucking awesome.
No, I went to bonetone.com, and they have a ton of custom weapons, and to my surprise, when I actually downloaded the mods, some of these guns are better than the guns that are already in the game. I was kind of blown away. The fact that usually, in my experience, mods in VR are extremely janky, but these are very well done. And as I sat there playing with these mods, I was super critical in my head about how they worked and why I did or did not like them. And then I also thought, I haven't made a YouTube video in a while. So I was like, maybe I'll just start making Boneworks mod reviews, because nobody else did it. And I figured, well, I can't just hop right into it and start rating stuff, because people will be like, what the hell, that's a stupid rating system. So I figured I'd make one, and I did. Or at least I made one that I think will work. And it's divided up into 7 basic parts. The first part is texture. Texture is one of the first things you will notice when you spawn in and pick up the gun for the first time. Is it oddly too shiny? Oddly not shiny enough? Or is it painted just an odd color and it's off-putting? Or is it perfect in every way possible? That's the first step, and I rate all of these out of 10. The second part is scaling. Obviously, the first thing you will notice is texture, and the second will obviously be, is it too big or is it too small? A lot of times with mods, especially if people don't test them out or have never held a gun in real life, they may not know that the gun is oddly too big for your hand or oddly too small for your hand. So, scaling is the second option. The third one, which is probably the most important, which is interaction points. Obviously, this is how you, your virtual player, interacts with the virtual gun. This includes where your hand sits around the trigger and where your other hand sits on the foregrip. Now, a lot of guns, even in the base game of Boneworks, have multiple grip points for different ways to hold the gun. If mods have this, that is awesome, and that makes the game much more easy to play. Not only is it holding the gun, but interaction points also includes pulling the mag in and out of the gun. Sometimes is it too hard to grab the mag? Is it too hard to put the mag in? Or, in my mind, most importantly, with the bolt. Can you cock the bolt from multiple directions? There are mods, as you can see here, where you can grab the bolt one way and not the other, which is very off-putting, especially if you have a certain way of reloading in your mind, but you cannot do it. Fourth one is a very important aspect as well. It is sound design. Obviously, you want the gun to sound both realistic and satisfying. When you shoot the gun, it shouldn't sound cartoonish, and it shouldn't be too loud. Even though it is a gun, I know, but it's a video game. The most important thing in my mind, does it make a satisfying click when you stick the mag in? When you pull the bolt, does it feel like it has weight just because the sound is heavier? Things like this matter. Here, just listen to this clip. Yeah, that doesn't sound right, does it? The fifth category is less important, but still important nonetheless. It is weight and recoil. Now, obviously, when you pick up a pistol, it should not feel like it is 10,000 pounds. And obviously, when you pick up a minigun or an LMG, it shouldn't feel as light as a pistol. And that goes without saying. But, is the weight also equivalent to recoil? There are guns in this game that are full-sized rifles, and when you one-hand them, they do not kick at all. That is unrealistic, and it does not encourage two-handed play on a gun that is supposed to be used two-handed. Obviously, that's going to lose points. Also, I do not deduct points just because something is heavy. If I'm reviewing an LMG and it's heavy, that's good. That means that you did it right. Category 6 is the last super important category, which is smoothness. Obviously, this gun is not just something you can look at and go, wow, that's pretty. you're going to use it to shoot enemies and defend yourself. So you need to be able to reload on a dime and aim accurately. Smoothness is a lot of these aspects overall. Basically, the question is, how good is it when you actually use it in the game? It doesn't matter if it looks pretty or sounds good or feels good, as long as you can use it and it reloads smooth and you can shoot it smoothly, it gets good points. The last category, number 7, is optional depending on the mod that there is. Think of it as bonus points, and that category is called creativity. So obviously, if there's a meme gun that's just not to be taken seriously at all, and it's a complete meme, I'm not going to deduct it for, you know, texture or scaling. Like the uwu guns in this game, they're hideous, but it's a complete meme. So obviously it would get creativity bonuses. But then again, if I'm reviewing an antique World War II gun, I'm not going to give it any creativity bonuses because it's a gun that already exists and is just old and cool. It's not creative, it's just cool. So it has to be in a bonus point system where you would only get up to 5 extra points depending on how cool it is. And it's usually just to help stretch the fact that if a mod is not to be taken seriously, it can still compete with mods that are to be taken seriously. And that's all I have. Expect that first review to come out perhaps right after this video, and just remember that there is no schedule. I will do mods as they get released on Bonetone, and I will be reviewing mods at my own pace that have already come out. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and if you want me to check out a specific mod, whether you made it or you know somebody who's made it, or if you haven't seen me review it and you wonder if it's any good or not, leave a comment down below letting me know what it's called and who made it, and I'll find it and I will review it. Thank you. Stay tuned for mod review.